On the Monday edition of Libhola Eswatini, it's the MTN Premier League Day 5. Teams like Young Buffaloes, through their main strikers, Pure Dlamini, were back in headlines. And of course, Moreni Pirates had to give them a hard time on that 2-1 victory for the Young Buffaloes side. We'll have to take a look at deep on that game that played at the Mopso Sports Center on Saturday. But the attention also will be shifting to Nhlangano with the Mbabane Highlanders. Of course, Step Samhlegazi in Gqeberha, Port Elizabeth for the 2024 COSAFA Women's Cup. All that is going to be live here on your Eswatini TV channel, and of course your Monday edition, Libhola Eswatini. Your host, Fabrice Musonera, will be just giving full focus to football and other matters that have been arising over the weekend, including the Manzini Wanderers case. The judgment has been released by Judge Mamsi Dlamini. We'll talk about also the issue that has been trending all along the entire day, the issue of Mbabane Highlanders director Ali Kgomogwe. What's the current status? But we might have a chance also to talk to him through Zoom to get the full story of where he's standing. Is he still in or is out of the ship? Now, in the house, I'm in the company of a young man all the way from Jerusalem. Yeah, that's the man where he used to play football. But he's back in Mbabane.
Ngiyabonga Fabrice, ngikuthoba lokukhulu ngiyabonga ithuba ngikuthoba lokukhulu ngivusele loyal viewers mbukelo weSwatini TV. Kungumsombuluko namuhla. I think uteka yona Fabrice vele ngwase Jerusalem. Ngidlalele khona iChange of kodwa ke nangale ngeke ngishiye nakhona because nakhona andamaseyisini ngwakhona kaDlovunga. So leti ndzawo letimbili kimi tisonzele enhlitweni. But Fabrice kungumsombuluko nje sikhuluma tindzaba leti tendeka ebholeni. Kutsinza amacembu ethu lamabili lamakhulu. I think logo akusiniki isithombe lesikahle ibhola yakithi because ibhola yakithi itsinga lamacembu lamakhulu alide by example. Lamacembu lamakhulu aphatheke kahle. Lamacembu lamakhulu cishe ngisho ukuthi abe bamvu labaholako lamacembu lamasha lafikako. So ngicabanga ukuthi letinvo leto asitidzingi as live as bathanzi bemidlalo webhola.
Like I just highlighted, Master, we would have a chance, especially when Mbabane Highlanders, to talk to the director Ali Kgomogwe. He claims he's still in charge of the club, despite the reports that have been, developing all along during the day. But while we're waiting to talk to him, Master, Manzini Wanderers, Master, for the past 6 months, it's giving football bodies a headache, especially in the kingdom. Where are we? Meaning, the matter then as going to handle within 6 months. What if it's a serious issue? Mbamba, very 10 years.
No, it's a serious issue.
But again, Master, I think this should have been sorted in the small,
okay,
way
Fabrice,
possible.
Okay, Fabrice. Lenzaba le ihambe kanje. Mhlambe singayiqala ngilandisa ngale debis. Ihambe kanje. Indzaba iManzini Wanderers yafaka protest. Yafaka ngajima Moses ukuthi bekede iwe permit egemini yabo nabadlala. Umdlali Fabrice mhlambe tindzaba tebhola dithi umdlali uregisterekile yini noma unalo yini ikhadi. Then bese live selibuka ukuthi lo muntu ukulelo live ngalo kusemthethweni yini vele. Ihambile lendzaba yatekwa ku-DC. Yasena itekwa ku-DC, iDC yathi kude iDenver Sundowns iyiteliqala beyiteliqala lekudlalisa yena Jimo Moses. Yabuya indzaba yahamba ya-appeals committee. Le appeals committee yabuya nayo yathi iDenver Sundowns beyiteliqala lokusho ukuthi iManzini Wanderers Denver Sundowns ba-relegate baka first division. Yahamba iManzini Wanderers yayifaka le case yayo-aphila enkantolo. Nayo-aphila enkantolo Fabrice ingaphasi kwelijudge Mamsi Dlamini wakhokha sijubo ukuthi iqembu leManzini Wanderers alihambe lodlala ka-Premier League. Jimo Moses beka ngamele adlale ngalelo langa. Uphinze wakhokha ke sijubo ke ngemgcibelo ukuthi liqembu leManzini Wanderers alifixwe ka-Premier League. Wasuggesta ukuthi akube nema teams lang 15.
Whatever the case, no kungaba 100 teams, but
Manzini Wanderers ayidlale ka. But ke labanye Fabrice babuta ukuthi vele indzaba yebhola iyajujwa enkantolo. Ngoba umthetho wa FIFA because sine Fabrice ibhola iranwa nguFIFA kodwa sidlala under umthetho we league. So siphila under umthetho we-leave ibhola FIFA uthi ayihambe ngalama structure ayo nyalo nje Football Association mhlambe iheadache lenkulu kakhulu ukuthi nakathola mhlambe because kumele kube na legal advisor waka FIFA ngimbonile nje kulamalanga bebakhuluma donati indzaba ma legal issues aka FIFA kudzinga ukuthi iFootball Association bese siyahamba iya FIFA sinenkinga la utawubuta ke FIFA ukuthi ninenkinga yani because le structure lesikahle for Football Association noma for FIFA kuhambe kanjani ithi ni report. I think lapho iway forward establish sesiyithola through iFootball Association seyithola i-report noma iseluleko ku FIFA.
Master, we can interpret this issue differently as members of the public and of course as journalists and everyone. Give me master ungangithatheleli master. Shokuthi kahle kahle ngakusemthethweni usemsebenzini.
Yeah.
Umdlali webhola yahola ngithi ukusemthethweni ngithi. So shokuthi mina nangibuka this is me watching now from far. Kulicala yini kusebenza ude maphephe yokusebenza. Nangabe uqhamuka ngaphandle kulicala ngithi. Ungaye ukuthi ibhola kulicala ukuthi ungachubekela umsebenzi kanti ude maphephe yokuhlala lapha even.
Mina nje Fabrice nakuthiwa ngiyasebenza la ngide maphepha ekuba lapha even
yes
kulicala yes
so inkantolo i-right nguloko
ngithi ke mina ke Fabrice
kulicala siyavumelana sikulicala before sibuka ukuthi ibhola ujime Moses soccer player vela abantu ude maphepha
ngivumelana nawe 100%. Yes siyathina nawe sihamba kanye kanye ngithi mina Fabrice vele ngalothi siphila even kunemthetho awungeni even ude nibe letifanele awusebenzi ude timbe letifanele ebese Fabrice sekudependa uyosebenza kuphi. Nawusebenza ke Fabrice nawusebenza emsebenzini wakho kuba nalezivumelwano sakho nemqashi bese under le nakhuza le asengibekise nje Football Association ithi umdlali lodlalako longenako nje ensimini kumele abe registered abe nelicard. Those two things.
All right, okay, Master. I want us to leave us this topic. One sentence, because we have to leave the topic. What should happen way forward? Should FA introduce the 15 teams? Should they appeal? What should happen the next 7 days? What should happen according to you? Ngigula, analyst, what should happen? Siteka
letinye indzaba Fabrice iphel itawumela ukuthi kubuye nabalabe babamele enkantolo nababuya naleyo report leyo bayimixa ka Football Association. Football Association tawuhlala phasa ibuke nangabe iyamehlula uyimixa ku FIFA because angeke azayithathe leyo decision leyo Football Association. FIFA utafika abude. Kodwa nje Fabrice ngifuna
but lokho PL ina FA master ngendani. Master, what would you do? Before we look, what would you do?
Mina phela mina anse mina ngiyi-Football Association beyikhona i-DC yami ikhona appeals committee yami yasikhokha sijubo.
Okay, Master, let's go because this issue is hot and ngiyakwati vele nasisitsinzile vele it touches all the parts of the but now let's talk about other issues. Remember, we're still waiting to get in touch with Mbabane Highlanders director Ali Kgomogwe. While we're waiting to get in touch with him, let's talk about the national team. Still some players have left the country. They left on Saturday to Port Elizabeth, also known as the Tlebe area, the city of Port Elizabeth, where the COSAFA Women's Championship will be held. So the first game is against Seychelles on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, 2 p.m. local time, Master. Nangbuka the team lehambe na coach, the delegation of the coach Bo Makukula. I think they are confident that they can make it. I think they are with Seychelles. They are debutant in the competition for the first time. South Africa, Banyana, and Namibia. Can we do this, Master? Now, babu, few experience, bakona bo, ngampalala, bakona bo, Treliwe Ngambore, but few new faces in terms of blood. And of course, we've got legends in the media industry. Someone like Bo Nosipo Mguni also accompanying the team as head of the security. But what would you say?
I think Fabrice the team yakhiwe mostly bavele badlale kulaba ku Young Buffaloes labahambile baye Malawi bahambe na le team including bona boceliwe. I think naye mhlambi performance yakhe bese seyiyehla kancane Fabrice good the last year, unlike mhlambe 2 years ago lapho enda i-record emagoli khona. I think le team even though ngibevilela abadlali bakhala nabo ngesikhathi lesincane ukuthi sibe sincane kakhulu ukuthi bangatilolonga, but with the help of bona bofisiwe bomthozana mkhulisi bomakhukhula, I think batawukhona lokuthi le team bayihlanganise. Mine Fabrice nangibuka le team against Chelsea nje kudzinga ukuthi simshaye 4 goals yes against Chelsea.
Basha kule competition, they are new into the competition, they don't have much experience. We do have players who have played in this competition before, so we should do this
for 5 years 6 years. So ngicabanga ukuthi isi-Chelsea kumele nje ukuthi thina sishayela amagoli kakhulu kubo isi-Chelsea, then itawubhoostela spirit salabadlali njengoba sengishilo ukuthi bakhona boceliwe bakhona Sikhonze. I think sine experience lenkulu kusi-Chelsea
compared to Chelsea. Yeah, in the same group with South Africa, Banyana, we're also with Namibia. There's a hope that maybe, like Masa is saying, that getting 3 points for the first game, it's one way of ensuring that we kick off this tournament on high note. Now let's listen to some of the speakers during the team's farewell, including the Vice President of the Eswatini Football Association, who happens to be the chairperson of the Premier League of Eswatini, Polycarp Dlamini, alongside the team captain and head coach.
Egameni lebhola nami bangithuma ukuthi angidoni qinisa into hamba kahle ngihambe nangenhlanhla ngifike kumina la ngiyakhona. Lengikholelwa ukuthi ama preparations nondile la kahle ngoba coach akufuna kube sesibhaca ngama preparations esithalende kahle. Ba preparations na 2 days nje it's enough ukuthi nawathi lo mthonda 2 days mnene ukuthi ukhona ku preparation. Ngala ngakubadlali ndawo khuluma nje ngetimbo letina ngoba nami I was once a soccer player. Lokuthi le team spirit nibe nayo. Ngathi la ukuthi kunabadlali abasuka kuma team endahlukene. Ningabe sesenibona ukuthi uBuffalo sebalapha. Bani sebalapha. Ngathemba nje ukuthi no manager wabo utabakhupha ngale ndlela ukuthi angabafaka ukuthi hayi la beBuffalo abamixe so that kutoba nale team spirit, because without the team spirit nani ngabahlangani nina kude lokutawa ngeke, because manihlangana ni team tinangitimbo lenitshelana tona even ama mistakes niyakhana niyatshelana kahle emaphutha animele nabo coach
thathe ithuba ukutibongela la kubulawa ngoba kubulawa nokulida iorganization lenkulu particularly akusiyo inkinga lenkulu because nase bakuthumile bayathi la bakuthumile babone inkulu kuliqiniso ukuthi isikhathi asikabi lesanele sekutilungiselele, kodwa with these girls niva ngazo sitawusebenza bakhombisa spirit lesihle which is lesisidingako lapho lokuba willing ukuthi ufunze tindlu letinsha ngesikhathi esifishane utokuba umdlali omncane. Nasiqala nje last week Wednesday nalamuhla sekunemehluko lomkhulu, so kungaba kuthembisa nje ukuthi njoba sekashitwe la captain lapha ukuthi lalapha uphele amandla ethu khona ngala sitawufela khona sitawafaka leqishe onke ngekuphelela kwawo bantwana laba hloniphako labanako lokwathatha ama instructions njoba kanjalo.
Sibonga naye ukuthi asinikele ithuba ukuthi sizame ukulungiselela ama games la tawa khona lesiwadlala. Noma isikhathi sibe sincane sithembisa ukuthi sitadlala sifike la kuphela khona amandla ethu. Abanga wonke lokhona lana ulungele kuyodlala lama games nesitawa.
Now, Celiwe Ngambole, the team captain, already in Port Elizabeth in the Republic of South Africa, alongside the 19 players that have travelled to the COSAFA Women's Championship, the 2024 tournament. Tomorrow's game, first game, it's against Seychelles, 2 p.m. local time, so we can't wait. Now Now, the full focus will be now shifted to the ongoing issue under one of the biggest club in the land, that is Mbabane Highlanders. Currently, they have played 5 games in the league, just like anyone else, but they have got only 4 points. This is probably the worst starting season for the black and white ensembles. Now, yesterday, their defeat against Sisonke came with the heavy information, with the coach Mtunzi went on to say that a lot is happening behind the doors in terms of people threatening the chairman of the club, Ali Kgomogwe, that he should be out. He himself, Mtunzi, say that he feels like he was serving his last job, or rather his last day. Now, developments went on to take place during the day, information after information to what happened to this afternoon, when we saw some of the information trending on social media that there is a high probability that Mr. Ali Kgomogwe has stepped down as the club director. But we have him online right now through Zoom. Good evening, Mr. Kgomogwe, Chief Ali Kgomogwe. You joining us on Eswatini TV. This is Libhola Eswatini. It's a football show. I'm in the company of our in-house analyst, Linda Dlamini. It's a very good evening, sir.
Good evening, viewers, Swazi TV, and the followers of a big team, Mbabane Highlanders.
Right. It's a good one, Mr. Kgomogwe, and thank you very much for joining us. I think we've been in constant communication during the day, I think more than 4 to 5 times. The first question is, I think that's what the viewers want to know. Have you stepped down as the chairperson of the club?
Yeah, as a person who became a chairperson of ANC in the regional branch, I know the protocol how to step down. I can't just step down without saying bye-bye to the stakeholders of football like IFA and PLE and Swazi TV and other followers of Mbabane Highlanders who love their teams heartedly. So I will do it in the proper way when I step down.
So you are saying the information that we've been seeing or watching or reading, it's incorrect. You are still the Mbabane Highlanders club director.
Yes, until for further notice.
A good one for confirming that. Now, coming back to the main issue, how true is it that allegedly you are being pushed out of the office? How true is that?
Yeah, normally I don't want to take my dirty linen on the street. You should know a long time ago. But that is true. The problem started when I was denying this so-called imperial. So come guys to my place in Victoria. It was Fash Dlamini, who is acting as a chairman of the supporters. The other guy, they say Sikhe Magagagula, I don't know him. I never meet him. I never appoint him in the structure of Mbabane Highlanders. There's a guy called Babamule. I used to work with him. And there's a guy, the other guy, I called Kumalo, who makes sense sometimes when we talk that day. Coming to request me to endorse this thing of Imperial. But my question was, what Imperial is going to play the role? They must explain to me the role that the Imperial is going to play in the team. Because to run a team in Swaziland is very expensive, to be honest. So when they present the story, I found that the story doesn't make sense when Fash was presenting the story to me. And I was feeling that they are Imperial, they really undermine the team when they are selling one replica with 1,000 to the people of Swatini. According to geographical spread of Swatini, it's not equal to South Africa, where you can sell the replica with 1,000. And after they sell 1,000 replicas, they give the jersey, they give the team only the jersey. Then I say, no, we rejected a lot of sponsors who were making sense, but this is worse. Then they started to start forming groups and going to the people who were in Mbabane Highlanders before, who are no longer there, supporting other teams of their choices, and then pick up in the people from the street and claiming that they are supporters of Mbabane Highlanders. And then they started their actions until last week they went to the clubhouse. From the clubhouse, they went to the training field, where they were intimidating players, intimidating the coach. And then the coach called me, and I said to the coach, come to South Africa on Thursday with the whole technical bench so that I can hear what is the problem. Then they come, they present the story to me. And then they were saying that they were disturbed. And once you go to these young players, to be honest, the team that we have is a young. We are running with the young players. We want to improve these young players for the next maybe 3 years so that they can be the part of the national team of Swatini. That was our plan. And then our plan again, I give them a plan to say that when we go for the second round, we need to beef up the team with the players that they were playing for PSL in South Africa.
Mr. Kgomogwe, in the interest of time, so that I think we've heard the background information, but now there's two questions. I think people now want to know your stand. Are you leaving? But I think there's also another question that has been really in the minds of the supporters. You haven't been seen at the stadiums for the longest time. What could be the possible reason? Because we used to see you coming whenever there is games, especially in Mbabane derbies or the so-called big games, but you haven't been coming. What could be the reason? And then what's your way forward? Are you going to stay, or what can you give us a hint of what's your future?
That's a very good question. Well, before I leave, I have a meeting with Pro, with Kenneth Dlamini, who's a Pro now. I have a meeting with Mr. Masuku, who's the CEO. And I tell Mr. Masuku, can you carry my baton? Meantime, I'm still working in South Africa because I left my businesses for a very long time. And those businesses are the source of income that I must pay players, I must pay everything. Then we agreed to share this thing. But during the time of Mr. Masuku, the team go down dramatically. And then after the team went down dramatically, we come with a plan to say, okay, let's release the coach because the supporters are complaining about the coach. Then we released the coach. First, there was a meeting of Bofash whereby they were saying that they don't want South African players, they don't want South African coaches. And I must not, if you can read the Times, you will see the story. And I must not interfere with the club. Then I say to them, okay, it's fine. Let me respect their decisions because I don't know what their decisions. But later,
come as often.
We have a team like Chelsea. It's run by the Arabs. You can't see the Arabs in America or England to look after them. The CEO must do the job. There was a team called Orlando Pirates. Brad Skrima was doing the job, was always hands on. You see. Even I can give you an example of Mamelodi Sundowns. Dr. Mutsepe is there for CAF. But there's a CEO, there's a people who are running Sundowns. Even today, still running very effectively. So I don't know that people are relying on me, but if they want me to come and do the job, they must refrain from issuing the bad statement. And then the reason why coach, they want to step aside. They know that I'm a better director for them, even players, even all the technical bench. Because they were saying to me, all of us, we are going if things are not changing. So I don't know what they are going to do, these people, because I just want to give them a team for 2 months to run it. Because remember, the club license of the team is registered under my name. I'm an 80% shareholder in Mbabane Highlanders. The supporters, they've got 10% shares. The patron, they've got 10% shares. You see.
For the interest of time, let's move quickly. Just one more question before we let you go, because at least we got the gist of the story. I want to confirm one thing that has been also trending: the issue of the sprinter. Have you repossessed the printer, or is it still under your name? Have you taken it, or it's still with the club? Is it true that you've taken it, or it's not true?
No, Fabrice, I'm a very mature guy. I told you that I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything from the club. I'm waiting for the press conference of tomorrow, then I will take the action after that.
Mr. Kgomogwe, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your, your to agree to be with us. Let's hope that whatever that might come on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, we'll try to push that maybe we can get in touch with you again on Thursday. And we'll try to reach also these people that allegedly that are being mentioned that they're pushing you out. But thank you very much for being honest and being with us this evening.
You're welcome, sir.
Much. That is the Mbabane Highlanders current club director, that is Ali Kgomogwe, just highlighting some of the few issues that are being faced by the team. Master, time is against us. I know you want to say something, but it's clear. We can hear what he's saying. Ngiyathi ukuthi ufuna ukora ufuna ukusho master, but ngivumele ukuthi mbengene amandla ngakuvumele ukuthi ukhulume.
Vele lihlelo lakho Fabrice mina ngikudwa nguwe.
Ngicela
njalo ngidawubili.
Ngicela ungivumele ngakhulume ngoba ngakuvumela ukuthi ukhulume. Ningasho. MTN Premier League Day 5. That was some of the games that played over the weekend. We look at the full fixture of some of the games that played over the weekend, Day 5. But maybe to get into some of the game that played, Master, Morning Pirates against Young Buffaloes enkundleni yasemavuso akamanzini. One of the games, let's say, it's a game that we wanted to see a beautiful football. But some of the results are down on the screen of the TV, Master. Seabeds, Zulu United, Rangers, Eswatini United, Madlenya, Seabeds, Mbabane Swallows, Green Mamba. Master, in terms of the game, Morning Pirates against Young Buffaloes, before the game, which team were you giving more chances to get 3 points?
Fabrice utawukhumbula ukuthi kule game lena badlala ifinal ku Trade Fair Cup yawina Young Buffaloes and nangibuka mina building up to this game Morning Pirates, yes, they are playing mhlambe so-called good football, but Young Buffaloes at the moment in terms of fitness bangetulu kunayo Young Buffaloes and le ndlela labadlala ngayo, I think yes, Morning Pirates njoba ngisho ukuthi they're trying to play a position of football, but nawubuka indlela Young Buffaloes tinvela batenda ngayo mhlawumbe igoli leli nje Morning Pirates bekudzinga ukuthi ilkore mistake ya goalkeeper and ngiyabuka ke Fabrice ngibuka naligoli nale uyathi ukuthi Young Buffaloes nayidlala yenda njani every time nabane set piece noma I throw in kube na 3 players labatawu congesta leo area leyo most of the time, but nangabe bayithrowa iya ku one player lolo munye sokhona batokwakha le triangle. I think logo kubende ukuthi somewhere somehow kula lamanye ma zones la khatse groundini. I think yena coach Dominic kubuka ukuthi okay, if maybe in the midfield but awufuna vele lokuyidlala ibhola, then mina ngidabe sisengi capitalize kuphi ndabathola kuphi and nale midfield ke because kunebadlali mhlambe laba gold angithathe ke le game ngiphushe ngiyitise ngala emaceleni kancane lamaceleni naku nje lelo ngikhuluma ngawo bese lamaceleni lama ewingeni. What do you do, Fabrice? Ngawufaka le bhola ekhatse boxing because lapha ekhatse boxing unemumvu a tallest player on the pitch lo tawukhona ukuthi adominate yona le boxing layo Morning Pirates, but again nawubuka ukuthi both goals le Young Buffaloes nele Morning Pirates lengena ngihlale ngikhuluma ngako Fabrice macrosses buka la again ingena ligol le Morning Pirates across kuna 3 players lebe ngikhuluma ngako ukuthi Young Buffaloes beyithi most of the time ngala from the sides ibe nama players la lokungenani lang 3, but in this case kuna gaxa uzama kuto blocker, but look at the distance yakhe atama kuto blocker. Yes, ube late ube a bit late kanzi ngesikhathi kuna labadlali labang2 boMorning Pirates wena munye wabo awumniki lesikhala lesingetulu kwale meter na ufuna to press noma na ufuna to blocker but kwendekile la Piwo this chance I think
is he back to his best, Master? ngathi unemalanga.
Not yet, but I think kule game le na Fabrice uthole isikhala lesikhulu kakhulu ku defense eMonan Pirates, because nolubuka nje leli goal leli nakhona le pass iqhamuka from the side ingena ekhathi pio, so uyayenda le run kude umumvu lommakile. I think nakhona lapho, because buka nje space lanaso pio kuthi sikhulu kanganani bamnikete too much space yena pio,
thinking of quickly pulling it in the top of the corner. I think ubekambonile ukuthi goalkeeper umeka.
Good finishing. I think it's a good goal lakhe yena pio. Again nangi ngale ngenhlangale uyadominate iplay. I think Fabrice iMonan Pirates the spaces lebe kumele ukuthi iYoung Buffaloes wayinika ema spaces batakulimata lana iMonan Pirates banike too much spaces ganzi iYoung Buffaloes awudlali nayo against kanjalo, so ngicabanga ukuthi itendele pass bawatholile ama chances nabo lebe kudzinga ukuthi once wathola ama chances Fabrice lang 3 against iYoung Buffaloes shaya 2 goals, because bona batawuthola ama chances lang 4 bashaya 3 goals, so ngicabanga ngileti into leto lokugcina ukuthi batilungise.
What a game it was indeed for Young Buffaloes, getting that 3 points against Mbabane Pirates on the day. Maybe just let's listen to the two coaches. That is Dominic Nene of Young Buffaloes, what it means for him to get 3 points, and for a coach like Christophe Anini, who says he's picked few lessons in this game, because their next game they played against Mbabane Swallows, his former team. Let's listen to the two coaches.
But kukhona lesingakwendi kahle ku first half, besivumelene ukuthi sitaba pressure bangadlala igame yabo saba late, but ngicabanga ku second half sikhonile ku correct. I think lenye mistake lebesiyenda bese sinasiwina le bhola ku first half sibe slow ikhona ku recover imone, ngicabanga sikhonile ku correct ku second half saba quick sakhona ke kuba eliminate because abesay create ngama spaces, otherwise bekungeselula. But lokumnanzi kufanele si game na elikhulu imali ama players alwe awagaye ama results.
It's a very good game. I think we still need to work, because building a team doesn't come a day. The league is not sprinting, it's always marathon. So I'll come back. I will really bounce back. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I might see how best I can strengthen the attacking style, because we need to be clinical up front. That's what we are lacking, and I'm working on it. The whole of the week I try to push them by finishing. So definitely we'll bounce back.
Now, the two coaches highlighting the versions of the game. For Dominic Nene, he believes it wasn't an easy one, for getting 3 points. For Christophe Anini, those are some of the lessons. But most importantly, he talks about also how they are lacking goals. The build-up is always a beautiful one, and then they are getting to ensure that they work on their finishing. Now, full results of some of the games that played over the weekend before we get into Sunday action at King Sobukwe II Stadium. These are some of the games, actually full table of the games that played. Mbabane Swallows, of course, their 5th win of the season. Ilovo, Master Nkamanguti Setla. That's the game I want us maybe singakhuluma kancane ngayo. In Singizini, that's a shock against Ilovo.
A shock against Ilovo. I think Fabrice bengifuna vele kukhuluma ngayo le. In Singizini, most of the time lama teams lamancane awanika inkinga. You know why? In Singizini it's na graduator from batsangale status, ifike yaba big team. Na ifike yaba big team, the mentality it's bobuka nabadlala against ama big teams, nabadlala against lama big teams 110%.
Yeah, but had time.
But nabadlala with the small teams baba relaxed, because the mentality a big team ganzi Fabrice, the so-called smaller teams bona nabadlala nalensingizini nabo bayitreat as a big team, but siyodlala ne team lenkulu, so asibrace i-effort yethu, hence ubona le result lena nje against yona iLovo iwinile iLovo 2-1. So ngicabanga ukuthi ngawuthi balungise lokho bashintshe le mentality.
Madlenya still at the bottom of the top of the league, of course, not against Sipets. What a point, crucial point. We'll get into that full discussion. Highlanders Sonke, Rangers, Stwashini United Master Rangers, 3 points. That's a good one.
A good one, Fabrice. Gusha 3 goals against Eswatini. But again, Eswatini, if asigo careful, because ngihlalengithi Fabrice, kulo first 10 games, lokungenani Fabrice, ube somtholile 15 points. Kude utawukhona ukuthi ube safe, but at the moment, le rate labahamba ngayo, ngibona ukuthi bata strugglisha together with nabo bomadlinya. But for Rangers, I think i booster kubo ukuthi banga thola 3 points, 3 goals against yona Eswatini.
Now, we've talked about a game between Pirates and Young Buffaloes, but lack of consistency in the Royal Leopard side against the United. 1-1, Master. That's consistent is an issue.
Nakhona Fabrice, I think ngawukhuluma nge-Leopard, but for ezulwini, because kuna coach lo Musa Manyata, I think major boost for him, because kufika etimini Fabrice, I think now figure etimini kudinga ukuthi vele lelo point ulithole kuthi utawukhona ukuthi ubuild from ama-positives, then now build from ama-positives, everyone the mindset i-positive nawe as a coach, the team spirit ngicabanga ukuthi setulu kakhulu for i-Royal Leopard Fabrice. I think kudinga ukuthi kube nale balance coach ne-technical bench yakhe, because incumbe labadlali now babuka ukuthi national team ba-involved in national team, so kumele athole le balance, because i-league ayisiko lula, semancane lama teams lo ngathi unayodlala nawo uyende le rotation kakhulu, so kumele ukuthi bathole balance. In 2 weeks time over 7 players national team bayodlala away, babuye badlale league game, baphenze badlale futhi imbombela, so le balance kudinga ukuthi basheshe bayithole.
Now, full focus was on Sunday at the King Sobos at the Second Mirror Stadium in Hlangano, where the so-called one of the biggest team in the land, Mbabane Highlanders, was in face of young, or rather newly promoted side, the Sisonke AFC at the stadium. On rainy condition pitch, one would say, Master, the game will be 2-0 against Mbabane Highlanders. This is a game that was broadcasted live on Eswatini TV through the partnership between a Premier League of Eswatini and Eswatini TV. And Master, the prediction before the game, we watch it's 2-1 in favor of Song. We are watching half time, what's 1-1. But boy,
Fabrice, nangbuka mine ngenda match analysis just before the game, preview. Ngisuka ngibuka both teams, ngibuka the style of play, ngibuka the availability ebadlali. Nangibuka Fabrice, ngikhuluma ngeMbabane Highlanders, about 8 players bebangekho kule game lena lokufaka ikhathi mega singasho ukuthi speed recovery, bovusi, Delisa, Ndumiso, cishe labadlali labo abekho, including na goalkeeper lo Awol, away without official leave, but now ubuka labadlali Fabrice kulama key positions, left back yena Delisa akekho, ulimele ucishe udlale igame yena khona wangayicethi, very key. Ku defense umdlali mhlambe mega naye akekho labe bafuna kuzama a new partnership naye, then bese kwenda ukuthi coach yena Mthunzi ende i-compromise. Uyende njani i-compromise Fabrice? Ku left back bekuna Fabrice Mopina, usemathi ukuthi striker. I-right back bekuna Muhle, 17 years of age, lodlala i-midfield bekadlala i-right back for the first time ever. So ngicabanga ukuthi uyabona le compromise la entile, plus Ndumiso Mabuza, so dlala i-midfield but bekadlala as a center back. So ngicabanga ukuthi le tinvo leto Fabrice prior to the game ngitsitena ngitibuka ngasho ngathi iMbabane Highlanders itaba nema challenges inayidlala nesisonke. Yes, isisonke mhlambe about 3 players, 2 wabo bebangekho basesikolweni, kodwa nje le game iqale ukuthi iMbabane Highlanders ikhonile kudlala the midfield. Yes, mhlambe Thabolanga kudinga ukuthi i-pace yakhe noma i-fitness yakhe inyuke kancane. Yes, kodwa Mbucuko naphilane cishe yes, bayakhona lama moments ku first half labe bakhona ukuthi nabathi 1-2 bakwende like ngathi ngidlala a small sided game, ngiyifaka ngiyongena esikhaleni bakwende lokho bakwendile lokho result ukuthi emakhona eMbabane Highlanders first half abe 12 lokho bekudinga ukuthi lokungenani bashaya ilinye ligoli.
These are some of the highlights, especially in the first half. 20 minutes into the game, Kenneth Monoto tries the cross, but not fit enough to get into the box. Of course, he gives a reaction to some of the teammates to say, hard luck, but it was a try. Maybe we'll just look at some of the moments into the game. But we've talked about enough in terms of Highlanders. So, Bebetanani, Bo Smith, the team captain and the rest.
Okay, isisonke Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi ngibukele ama games lang 2 kule season 3 plus le trade fair. I think nawubuka lendlela coach Mbongiseni la ibuilda ngayo le team, they defend as a unit.
Attacking numbers, defending numbers.
Abekho kahle naba attacker, more especially bo first half. But naba defender Msimisi as the leader, as the captain of the team, uyakhona ku-organizer ukuthi la khathe eboxini anikhoni nini kwathola lama spaces abelula lokwenda loma lokuforsa opponents kuthi bese sathatha lama shots from a distance kuba lukhuni kakhulu. But nasebahamba going forward, I think kule game le imvo le balimete kakhulu ukuthi le fluidity nangabeka kanjalo kusimanga le phambili nawubuka ukuthi incumbi yalama fouls bekawathola bomkhanza ukuthi ulanga se center kanzi yena is a number 9, natural number 9. Bekudinga ukuthi their number 10 akhone kudlala noma kumdlalisa lebhola kube nguye lo dropper abe deep bese simanga uhlala ugatsa, because nangabe i-team le odlala nayo Fabrice ishota nge-defense emaphutha batawenda vele wena thola lo number 9 wakho ahlale lapho bamnike le bhola batawubreaka noma kanjani. Leli goal nje lesilibonile lesisonke second half, because kugcina ngena le goal second half ubonile ukuthi the lapses in concentrations.
You mean the first goal? Let's take a look at it, because it's the way maybe you said that the attacking numbers may apply pressure. I think it was 48 minutes into the game when they scored that goal. Maybe it's a team spirit, because like you said, Master, the attacking numbers and they defend also in numbers. But in terms of them being a team, in terms of commentary, I think the average age was 26 of the team.
27.
That's the goal, Master. Let's take it. Let's just get a reaction from you now.
Okay, Fabrice. Ibola iyaqhamuka from ngale ngenhlangale. What do you do as a player? Simple kakhulu Fabrice. Wena ngihlale ngisho as a defender. I-defender ayiphasi ibhola lapho khona kuqhamuka ngakhona lo mdlalo attackhayo. Awuyiphasi le bhola. In this case already uyakhombisa ukuthi the body bese ivele ishiftile itela ngentasi kanzi buka uyazama vele uyofuna.
There's a player here.
Yes, there's a player la ngentasi, but
keeper.
The reaction base low ukuthi vele angasheshe ayikhokhe le bhola. Ngisike Fabrice nangithi le bhola awutami lokuyiphasa la ku-attacka khona i-opponent awukwendi, because loko kubanga ingoti kubanga nalo goal nalo.
Somewhere 2 minutes into the game, 82 minutes of penalty incident. Starting at a penalty incident, are you still standing on the fact that it was really a penalty?
Bekuyi penalty Fabrice, bekuyi penalty. I think lana Fabrice kungena kwa quality, because quality uyingenele. And before usibuke le penalty incident, ngiyathanza ngendlela coach Mbongiseni lenda ngayo. Labanye ba coach babese sebabarasha badlala. Quality kule game le uqale ngaphandle. Whatsoever decision, but mina ngithi a tactical decision le coach ukuthi amqalise ngaphandle atawufunza igame banele uyiqale ngaphandle. Look at the spaces lesikhona lapha ku defense yayo Mbabane Highlanders, and the quality being a clever player uthi te angifuni ukujaka kushaya because ngenteka ngishaye kabi. Uyabona le bhola, because once waba lapha ekhase boxini ene touch vele utaba i penalty, so angiyiprotecte le bhola ngende that run
Yeah.
No, bekamana khala Ndumiso, but vele bekuyi penalty lena because ibekhona le touch lapha ekhatse boxing.
Okay, we talked about the finishing as well. Let's talk about the finishing because what type of player that takes a penalty? You want to get 3 points, 70 or 80 minutes into the game, you need to give one of your most experienced players. You give him confidence to take a penalty, and the finishing was beautiful, master.
Njoba ngisho Fabrice ukuthi isisonke nawubuka ukuthi ebenchini bekuna Banele Bani, one of the most experienced players lokhona kule team. Last season bekadlala ku Manzini Wanderers, the previous years bekadlala ku Green Mamba, and le penalty le Fabrice in a pressure yani siyalita 1-0 ngisengcondweni yemidlalo siyalita 1-0 if I miss iyabuya Mbabane Highlanders, but nangiscora ngenteka vele i-scoring form yami ibuye. So njoba ngisho ukuthi beyine pressure beyidzinga umdlali lo njengaye Banele, it's a good penalty, hard and low, utarget le netting ngale ngemuva. So ngicabanga ukuthi justifyekile ukuthi why coach amfake angene as a sub, because still nasebenchini bekuna Melusi Mkhwanazi, former Denver, former Royal Leopard striker. So cishe kulama forwards bana 3 experienced players ku striking force, kuna Simanga, kuna Melusi Mkhwanazi, kuna Bani. So lapho baset.
Beautiful stuff. Now, to note, that was the final score between Sisonke FC and the Mbabane Highlanders side. Now, let's take a look at the log because we want to see where that result put Mbabane Highlanders in as far as their position is concerned, where they're standing now, because they have now dropped to 12th position with Sisonke jumping to 9th position above Monani Pirates, who was in that position, above the likes of Eswatini United. But would one say it's into the season, master? 5 games played so far, but these are the games that Singashoguti Usheshutatsema point. But does this log we're about to look at, master, it gives you confidence that Mbabane Swallows saying I start a first carrot for the season?
Fabrice, I think nawubuka indlela Mbabane Swallows le gijima ngayo in a 5 games, and the Fabrice, they are to concede. Mbabane Swallows ayikaze angenisa igoli ngakubo kulo 5 games, bana 15 points, shots 100% record, goal difference 0 magoli angenile.
Konke kuhamba kahle defensively, goalkeeper was strong.
So I think Mbabane Swallows at the moment bona le balance ikona, and ke le balance ikona Fabrice, if bayivumela Mbabane Swallows ihamba ifika ku 10 games 12 games ingakadliwa, kutaba nenkinga ukuthi second round bayikhanze, because already the players nalema combination batabe sibacishe baqinile. So I think Caleb is doing a good job because some of the players vele basha, so bafikile bangena kule team bakhona kudlala nalabo bavele bakhona, and nawubuka nalama teams bawinile against Green Mamba already, bashaya one of ma strong teams noma team laba compete now. So ngale rate labahamba ngayo bangayithatha i-first round carrot, and if batayiyekela bangeke bakhona kuyibamba batawuhamba all the way.
Now, beautiful stuff. Now, let's take a look at what's happening also in terms of you as a viewers at home. You've been calling us corners of Veronin. All right, in terms of network, something just happened. We'll keep on trying to see what you're saying as a viewer at home and get your reaction. And then, Master, maybe moving away from the MTN Premier League, let's jump quickly to the English Premiership, Master. Over the weekend, games played, including the game that was live here on Eswatini TV, that is Manchester United against Brentford, 2-1, Master. But I'm convinced, Master, Manchester United, they can do this for long.
I think the consistency lokhuluma Fabrice ukuthi Manchester United angeke uze mhlamba ngeke uze uyibhejele uthi itawuchamuka ikanje because bayadlala neBrentford ekhaya iBrentford yakora but bayabuya bakhona kushaya 2 goals so I think logo if maybe ngiyakusho lokhu Fabrice there are some players Hoyland Garnacho if those players bangaba fully fit bakhona ukuthi iform yabo ibe ku top level ngicabanga ukuthi Manchester United ingakhona ukuthi ibuye kancane depending ukuthi the likes of yena Bruno Fernandes the captain because this season angathi ukuthi kwendekene Bruno Fernandes kakhulu ingule frustration but kutsinga ukuthi ke coach because they have a former player in Ruud van Nistelrooy as an assistant coach lophinza trainer nawo ma strikers kutsenga ukuthi bese uhlala nabo labadlali phasi bayakhuluma.
Now Masirera they down in Matsapa sikusena namuhla Vunganze emoyeni
kunjani Fabrice
siyavusela Masirera khamba njani
khamba kahle manje nje ngimlandzele Mbabane Highlanders ngapha kuhlunga le team yami
phathi mosukhulumile uthini ngalokusho ngumphathi wena
ngiyamuva umphathi lela kusho lela kusho umphathi ngiyamuva yena ukuthini manje thina lesikhala ngako nje umphathi so ngokuthi kunezinto leziticelile thina lasolo umphathi wethu angakasendeli to i-team yethu lesikhala ngako thina kuwe kuthi thina njalo ngeminyaka bane badlali labasha labanene lo nyaka ke vele yaselekisa nje ngoba vele first level yonke the new players yokuthi kude vele lesiyokwenza ikuthola ethi sohlala siphila lekithunge yethu kithi nesibomagebhula lenzabe ukuthi uyahamba leyo vele angifune kuyikhuluma ngoba ngiyabona lo ukuthi sokufakwa le team ke lo noma labanye bangathi ulungile akahambe but mina njenge-supporter Mbabane Highlanders lengibona konje ukuthi itavele team seyifile so ukuthi thina ema-supporters e-Highlanders lapho sinenkinga khona sehluleka kwenda wethu umsebenzi sifune kwenda umsebenzi we-leadership
yes sibonga kakhulu Masirera in the interest of time I think nguva kahle Vunganze ukuthi uyakhala ukuthi vele whatever happens but lokumcangile team master bayakhala but I know you want to say much as we're waiting maybe for 1 or 2 more callers yes bosakhuluma nge-English Premiership master another game lesibonile Liverpool against Chelsea but I think on Saturday when we broadcasted the game between Manchester United and Brentford this is one way of promising the viewers that when we do something we mean it sawuni sikit lana master I think this is one of the loyal viewer ukhonela ukuthola ikit here Manchester United handing over the kit was a colleague Partizan CV the host of the English Premiership this is Bandile who won a kit smiles on his face master bafuna lokho my loyal viewers
Fabrice vele nabe ababukela baphinze balanzelele baphinze bacommente so why not bese so give back kubo because ba loyal mina ngihlala ngisho njalo ba loyal nakuthiwa kunebamvu laba loyal bamvu laba base kwale ngisho noma sesingasasakati ke Fabrice iEnglish Premier League sesingasasakati ilocal football
ngabe utasenda neskipper ngoba ngive bathi ufavor you know the noise neighbors Manchester City unomutas mix ekhaya for sure kunemuntu support
Manchester
but ngathi lo munika leskipper yena uyiManchester so ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe babuka lokho but he's happy ukuthi uthole skipper ku Swat TV Eswatini TV rather in terms of correction master someone is on the line yeah Masirera wanted to come back but time is against us but someone it's another Masirera master sikusena Vunganze la khona what's your take on what's happening on the show tonight
ngikumasapha esigojweni ebhotini man
kakhuluma nathi uthini kulokwendekako ebholeni yakithi
ngihalenda ngihlalwa ebhotini ngiva kuhlungu man kulento lendekako lapha vale thina sasifuna kubekethela sibuke lo sekwendekani yebona kusuku lokudliwa wena mina ngoba kuyasho lapha ukuthi badlali bonke bebangekho ngezizathu ezithile lesingafuna kubekethela siwethelele tinkinga ukuthi sihamba kanjani siwethelele songaqosha umuntu yebona asithi kusumuntu wena 100% ase simbuke ale noma efika la kanga ase simbuke thina sehlulele ukuthi sihambe simnike emananzana emachief ukuthi enenjani sethi singeke ngakahambi kuhamba kwa-ale kufakwa le team naye mina ngihalenda mdala ngihalenda mdala asisimbeketheleni akabuye yena sisho simvunulise ukuthi nala iyalenda ijika thina sukakashana iyalenda bebanga semsebadlali nekuqinete konke lokwanaloka nomntu lona uyithethe kahle iteam asuthe ngoba namuhla uvuvele naningana sethi alakahamba akusikulula kuhamba kwemphathi ethini.
Yes, well, cool answer for that comment. And then I think two division of supporters. The first supporter was saying agahambe vele ngasusebenzisa kabi. Lo wesibili uthi asimbekethele mase sihamba ngicela uvuvalise wena ngoba ngiyathi ukuthi khona lokufuna ukusho. But for someone who is spending over 350,000 per month in terms of salaries and taking care of the team, you have to think twice if you decide to let him go. Who comes in? Who spend that money? Valisa master ufake comment.
Fabrice ngicabanga emagama ekuvalelisa ukuthi kudzinga ukuthi yena Ali Kgomogwe abe honest kule team kuma supporters ku everyone kule team nangabe khona mhlambe tinkinga lati abanato asho prior ukuthi uyati ema salaries ataba delayed uyati angikhoni kufaka gas kanje tindzaba nje tekuthi kuhle kuphela gas ebo club house akusito tindzaba letehla kahle ema supporters but nekushintsha ke kubadlali ngiko lokubese sekukhalisa kakhulu ema supporters but at the moment ababuye bahlale phansi ngiyajabula nje Vunganzeni akathi akahlale phansi avunuliswe bamtshele ukuthi cha sibona thina siva ngathi kanje
Ngola magama lawo from your young boy from Jerusalem all the way from Shiselweni siyasho ukuthi sithela kamnanzi la Eswatini TV.